Yo, what is going on YouTube? Technically T, and you already know we have case line up for the iPhone XR from Poetic. Always a huge shout out to Poetic for dropping me these cases to review. Now, I think they're from less protective to most. Let's just go ahead and start off and let's just grab something and let's just roll with it. So the first one we have right here is the Poetic Lumos. So let's go ahead and take this out of the packaging. Okay, so the Lumos, you already know, is your clear version of the Poetic case. So let's go ahead and take a look around it, man. On that right side, you do get that power button, volume up, volume down, cutout for your mute toggle. Flip it over on the bottom, you get your cutouts for your lightning adapter and your speakers, and you get that cutout for your camera. So let's go ahead and see if we can wipe some of these smudges off the XR, and let's go ahead and pop it in here. So here is the Lumos from Poetic. Taking a look around it, power button, nice and tactile, no issue. Volume up and down buttons feel very good as well. Mute toggle switch is not hard to get to. Flipping over on the bottom, all of your cutouts are spot on, and flipping over on the back, you see you get that cutout for that camera, and it is protected if you did lay it on a table. Taking a look at the lay on the table protection, and you do see it does offer you a lip that goes all the way around it. I'm not running a tempered glass screen protector right now. You get a little bit of Poetic branding right there, but it should protect you if you do lay it down on his face or if it dropped down. Not heavy protection, but it will give you some protection. And let's take a look at how it actually fit on the device. And the fit is pretty decent for a clear case. It doesn't feel like it's coming off. The top and the bottoms are very snug. On the sides, decently snug. So I can say the fit is decent. I'm not going to say it's terrible, but it's pretty decent when it comes to the Lumos case. And how does it feel in your hand? It's a clear case, of course, so clear cases can tend to get a little bit slippery. Clear cases will show you all those fingerprints and all those smudges, but if that doesn't bother you and you just want to show off the color of that XR, then definitely check out the Poetic Lumos. And dropping it down on wireless charging, it does work with wireless charging. So Poetic Lumos. Next up, let's take a look at the Poetic New Book. So let's go ahead and slide it off behind the camera. Let's pop it out. So here it is, Poetic New Book case. Get that nice New Book material as always, and you do get little 1 or 2 card slot down here. Get a little bit of Poetic branding, and all of your buttons are the exact same. Volume up, volume down, boom, boom, so the boom, boom, boom. So let's go ahead and pop the XR up here and see how it looks. So here is the XR in the Poetic New Book. Let's take a look at the buttons, man. Right side power button, nice and tactile. Volume up, volume down, no issues. Mute toggle switch, not deeply recessed, so you can get to it pretty easy. Flipping over on the bottom, all of your cutouts, and flipping over on the back, you get that camera cutout, and it is protected if you do sit it down on a table. Take a look at the lay on the table protection with the New Book series. You're not really getting none, man. I mean, this is a very slim case. You're not going to get much. So if you were to drop this face first, you know, but you better hope you got some Apple Care, you got a decent tempered glass screen protector, because you don't really get any lay on the table protection. How does the case fit on the phone? The case does fit good overall. The sides are very snug, and the top and bottom, when you can finally get your hands out and actually pull it, it is snug as well. So the fit of it is good. And how does it feel in your hands? It feels pretty good in your hands. The sides don't really have much grip. It's basically like a smooth rubber type material. But on the back, you do get a little bit of grip when it comes to that New Book material. Keeps the device very, fairly thin, so you're good. Doesn't add too much bulk to it. And dropping that New Book down on wireless charging, you see it does work with wireless charging. So once again, Poetic New Book. Next up, let's take a look at the Poetic Guardian. Now we're starting to get into a little bit of some heavy duty style protection here when it comes to these cases. So the Guardian is the start of it, and you already know the big boy Revolution at the end is what comes up and follows it. So let's go ahead and get this out of its packaging. And this is going to be your 2-part case. Heavy duty, definitely nice rugged look. So let's go ahead and pop this off the back of it. Let's go ahead and separate the case. And I always feel like I'm about to tear this thing up when I'm separating it, but let's go ahead and separate the case. Boom and boom. So on the front, we do have our included screen protector. Now, I'm not running a tempered glass screen protector, but if I would simply just pop this protector out, clean up the little glue residue around the frame and run it like that with your included screen protector. I feel like that's the way to really run these devices. But if not, you can leave this included screen protector up here. And on the back, you do get that clear, transparent black to show off the color of that iPhone. And you know, that's pretty much all there is to it. So let's go ahead and slap these fingerprints off. Let's slap the 10R in the front frame there. And we're gonna slap the Guardian back, and let's just slap it on here. Make sure you go around the device, make sure everything is snapped in good with these cases. So just go around, take your time, go all the way around it. Boom, everything is snapped in, and you got your flaps and everything. So cool. Here it is, Poetic Guardian for the iPhone XR, super duper heavy duty protection. Now you're getting into the realm to where you can throw these bad boys across the room and still be protected. So let's go ahead and take a look at the case, man. Power button, nice and tactile. You get that raise, volume up. You see those are nice and tactile as well. You do get a little flip out flap for your lightning adapter. Little flip out port for your mute and toggle. Once you flip it up, it's there. Close it up. You can kind of seal that up, so that's good to go. Flipping over on the bottom, you get the cutouts for your speaker gear, and you also get that same flap for your lightning adapter there. And close it up, you're all protected from dust. Flipping over on the bottom, you do get that cutout for your camera, and you're definitely good if you were to sit this bad boy on the table, because this is a heavy duty style protection. Now, let's take a look at the lay on the table protection. Now, do we even have to mention it? Of course, this bad boy has lay on the table protection, so you're definitely good in the case that you were to drop this phone face first. How does the Guardian fit? Fit is super tight, man. These cases are good. When you pop these two-part cases on, it's not any creaking, not any shaking going around when it comes to this case. These cases are solid. These cases are always going to be pretty good from Poetic. And how does it feel in your hand? It definitely feels like you do have a case around your small and thin 10R, because this bad boy will add some bulk. It's not terrible, but you just know that you do have protection on your device. And the screen touch, if you can see here, if I can get the light, you don't really get much gap between the screen and the actual case. So that's good when you're actually using it. It doesn't feel like you have a giant air pocket under the screen. So that's another good thing. And dropping down on wireless charging, the Poetic Guardian does work with wireless charging. So if you want to rock some heavy duty protection, you don't want to necessarily step up to that big boy Revolution, then this could be a good middle ground for you. So Poetic Guardian. Last but not least, we have the Poetic Revolution. Now this is going to be your most heavy duty protection that you're going to get when it comes to the 10R from Poetic. There might be some more heavy duty protection out there, but you don't really need to get more protected than this, because you're just going to have a tank on your phone. So here it is, Poetic Revolution, very, very industrial type design. Two-part case, just like your Guardian, with that included front screen protector. You see the design that you get on the back. You do get a kickstand. We'll test that out once the phone is in the case. And on the sides, you do get some nice grip there. So let's go ahead and take this case apart. And boom, let's take it apart. All right, so here it is. Once again, the same two-part design, so it's no reason to really go over it like crazy. Let's go ahead and slop that top portion in there like that. And let's pop the bottom in. Boom, and let's take this out. Let's actually go around it. Once I get this bottom all sorted out down here, this is all in a mess right now. So let's go ahead and pull off camera and get this bad boy sorted out, because I got this thing all up in the snafu. So I finally got it all up here. Poetic Revolution for the iPhone XR. Let's take a look around it. Power button, nice and tactile, no issues. Volume up, volume down, feels good as well. Let's go ahead and flip that toggle switch out. Now I don't have gloves, I don't have nails, so that makes it pretty hard. But once you get it open, your mute toggle switch is down up in there. Flipping it over on the bottom, same thing. You go get that flap for your lightning cable. Get that out. Your lightning cable is down there. You get the cutout for your speakers. Flipping over on the back, you do get that cutout for your camera, and of course it's protected to lay it down on a table. Let's take a look at the lay on table in the front, and I don't need to say anything. Super nice heavy duty protection when it comes to lay on the table. You can throw this thing across the room and you still should pretty good. So that's all we gotta say. A lot of lay on table protection with this bad boy. How does it fit? You know it fits tight, it fits good, no issues whatsoever coming from this case. Once it's up there, it's in there, and it doesn't feel like it's coming out. And this case isn't made for the person to take your phone up in and out. Once you put this phone in here, it kind of needs to stay in there, man, because it's a little challenge to get it in and out. But nonetheless, once it's in, it is pretty in there pretty good. And how does it fit and how does it feel in your hand? It actually feels a little thick, like you definitely have protection on your 10R, but the case does offer plenty of grip with these rugged edges and different things like that. Adds a little bit of bulk to the 10R, dropping it down on wireless charging, boom. It does work with wireless charging. So if you had to get some heavy duty protection on your 10R, definitely check out the Poetic Revolution. All right, so lining all these cases up, we have your lease. We got the Lumos, the New Book, Guardian, and the Revolution. Now, I will leave the link to each and every one of these cases down in the description below. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it, man. Hit that subscribe button for more accessories, more coverage on all these random phones I have right now. And I'll catch you on the next one, man. Later.